Anna Delontes.
Yes.
Richard Roeper is here.
I just love hearing that. That's one of my favorite songs, Born on the Bayou. And my favorite part is that it's written by John Fogerty, who's from Michigan.
Oh.
I always love when
How does that work out?
Born on the Bayou.
Yeah,
Love
you got to
that,
do what you got to do.
Hey, yeah.
And you got to write a song.
There you go.
Sometimes you don't write what you live, you write what you think you could have lived.
Yes.
Anyway, the point we have here, I just wanted this breaking entertainment news.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking entertainment news. Anna Delontes has breaking entertainment news.
This just in. Kanye West will appear on SNL this weekend, subbing in for Ariana Grande, who's going through some emotional, she's upset after the death of her friend. So he is going to fill in, and they've shown some pictures because he's got the Make America Great hat on in the, I guess they rehearse on Friday. Is that standard?
And what is his shirt? Do you know what's on his shirt?
Sure. Let's take a look at a little shirt here.
Colin Kaepernick. He's got Colin Kaepernick on his shirt and a Make America Great Again hat.
Kind of sums up the last couple of days, doesn't it?
It can't make sense of anything anymore. It doesn't make sense.
It's okay. He's an artist. He's mixing metaphors is what he's doing.
Yeah.
He can do that.
Oh,
They're also wearing Yeezys.
Okay. Of course, because he's got to go sell those.
But the other people are too. That one actor, I don't know his name.
Aren't you surprised that the Smurf organization hasn't sued him over that? Isn't that basically the same design? Smurf feet and Yeezys.
He's got his new album out too, Yandi. So that's coming out. He'll be promoting that.
Yeezy Yandi Yodi.
Not Gandhi, Yandi. Spelled very similarly, but with a Y.
Oh, God.
Do you think they're fitting like even the featured players on SNL? Okay, you're going to be Lindsey Graham. You're going to be that white head guy. You'll be the
Rachel. Someone's got to be the prosecutor.
Oh, yeah. It premieres tomorrow night. But this is a weird last-minute substitution.
Kind of is, isn't it?
Was he going to be? I guess he was going to be the musical guest, though, right?
Oh, okay. Maybe they kind of moved him over to be. But she would have been the musical guest too. Was she?
Sometimes people do both, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But because they had Glover, who looks just
Donald
like
Glover,
just like that rapper,
Childish Gambino.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. This will be, I think, highly rated.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness.
All right, let's talk about people going to the movies this weekend.
Yeah, people need that escapism, right? I mean, I got to say, the last couple of days, it was nice for me, even personally, to just slip into the cool and dark embrace of a movie theater every few hours, and you really can't escape. So I want to talk to folks, and particularly parents out there, about a movie called Smallfoot. Now, Anna's always asking me, and everybody, all the parents, because there really aren't that many children's movies. You know, there's these big animated movies, but it's been, maybe 3 months since Incredibles 2.
Or children's movies that are enjoyable for everybody, the adults too.
And this is actually a Warner Brothers animated film, and I think the premise of this is absolutely ingenious. Here's why it's called Smallfoot. It's set in this village high above the clouds that is populated entirely by Yeti. Sasquatches, abominable snow people, if you will. And in their community, they believe the Smallfoot, which would be the human being, is a legend that some have cited, but none have ever captured. So they're living in their community where they think everything's wonderful. You're never supposed to question anything. And then one of the small feet, voiced by Channing Tatum, happens to see a plane crash high in the mountains, and he comes running back to the village. I saw a Smallfoot, and you're banished from the kingdom. You're crazy. And it just goes from there. It's very sweet. Honestly, I'm giving it 3 stars, and it's I think it's maybe 90 minutes, and the voice casting is fantastic. Get you going. A couple of good songs from that Zendaya. She's a pop star that people enjoy her. And I mentioned Channing Tatum. James Corden voices a travelogue host who's trying to stage a Bigfoot sighting, and he's got his producer trying to get his producer in the costume when he sights a real Bigfoot. So the Bigfoot and the Smallfoot discover each other, and also playing maybe the biggest, most purple Yeti of them all is LeBron James. And I think we have a clip of his voice work here.
There should be enough rope. Should be.
We don't know exactly how far down it is. It's also all the rope we have. Okay, if we're going to do this, we got to do it fast. Wongi, tell him the plan.
Oh, boy. Listen up. Pull once to go lower, twice to stay put, 3 times to come up. 4 pulls means you've reached the bottom, and it's safe for us to come down.
Wait, what was the second one?
Look, it doesn't really matter.
Your safe word is mystical creature.
That's more of a phrase, really?
Mitchie, you out here?
Uh-oh.
They're making their
Sounds
biggest.
really cute.
They're planning their adventure for him to go see the Smallfoot. And the LeBron James casting is great on a couple of levels. First, because he's really funny, but then also you get LeBron James to show up at all the premieres, so you get like
Right.
tons of fun.
I gotta say though, when they cast him in Trainwreck, and I thought the first scene he comes into Trainwreck, like all athletes when they come into a scene, takes you out of the movie, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And then this is how good he is. He immediately puts you back in the movie. You immediately get, oh, it's LeBron. Oh, but he's meeting with this guy. Oh, that is his friend, and he sells it.
Yes.
He's a really talented. You got to go back to LeBron when he first became an NBA star, and he did those commercials where he played 3 generations of himself.
Yeah, very
He's
true.
got talent. for
He's
sure.
really talented.
Yeah, and you mentioned Trainwreck, and the genius of that, of course, was that LeBron was the needy friend, always trying to get time with Bill Hader. Instead of, if you're going to be the other way around, so he kept saying
That's great.
"Call me later. I want to make sure you got home safe." And
Right.
are you ever going to come to Cleveland? Because remember, he was just about to go to the Cavaliers,
Right.
at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And
Which,
Bill
by the
Hader's
way,
like, "No, I'm doing that."
It was believable because Bill Hader was a doctor, right? Wasn't he? He was like a knee surgeon,
Yeah.
right. And he was the guy. And it is. I have seen this in real life where the doctors turn out to be all the athletes all want to be around the doctors because they're hypochondriacs too, and they're worried about their careers. And the athletes are constantly calling the knee doctors.
That's
Just to keep
hilarious.
them close.
Yeah,
That's
that
very
makes
true.
sense.
So anyway. So you like this three
Stars. You can enjoy it, and the parents can take the kids, and there's nothing racy or anything about it.
Why is it that Warner Brothers, Disney, I get because Disney has been making children's films, since before World War II, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Warner Brothers was the biggest animation factory, basically for all those cartoons that people love, the Bugs Bunny stuff,
Looney Tunes.
was all from the movie theaters, right? And then they continued on. And it just seems interesting to me that they weren't able to keep up in this when the animated feature became big. They tried to do some stuff with computerized Bugs Bunnies, and that didn't. Well, Space Jam, of course, but those kinds of things it never really took off.
No, they didn't. They missed it. And it's interesting because the animation is good. It doesn't have the vibrancy you get usually from a Pixar film. And I almost thought it was a lost opportunity because you think about the abominable snow creature in the old Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer TV special back in the 60s. And I thought this could have been really fun if they had done it like in stop, that kind of stop motion animation, but that's tough to carry and make people stay with for a 90-minute movie.
Yeah.
But they do definitely have some Looney Tunes inspired slapstick comedy bits,
It's fun.
rolling down hills and all that kind of
Characters
stuff.
look super cute.
They really are. I think
really.
I think some kids will be asking for some
The merchandise.
merch for Christmas. The stuffed Yeti. Come on.
Why not?
And I even have to forgive LeBron. I forgave LeBron when he
For
went
what?
to Miami he was wearing a tablecloth and he had a special and he went to Miami, took his talents to South Beach instead of coming here to Chicago because remember, we thought he was going to be coming here. And then I embraced him when he went back to Cleveland and now he's going to LA and I just have to forgive him because I think he does so many, he stepped into the role of being America's athlete so well.
Yeah, it's an amazing
totally.
thing. There's some people can check it out. Incredible footage of like the school that he built and these kids who on their first day, literally built the school, paid for every nickel of it. And these kids come into the school the first day realizing that's their school and they're like 1,000 Christmases. They're so happy to see the beautiful,
That is
beautiful
heartwarming.
He's an
facility.
amazing
Good
guy.
for him.
Amazing guy. And he's a very good entertainer. All right. We'll find out if that Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish movie is any good that they've been promoting like it's going out of business, Night School. And then The Sisters Brothers, which is a confusing title, but it makes a lot of sense when you find out what it is. First, let's check in with Judy. What's coming up at the top of the hour in the newsroom? Richard Roeper is here. 3 stars for Smallfoot. Great thing for the parents and the kids to go to. Kids starting as young as
5.
All right, there we go.
Great.
Because you
Wanna
bring
see
them
that.
under 5, they're going to do something bad in the seats.
Oh,
Well, they just
geez.
fall asleep. It's not worth the price of admission. So. You waste your money.
Take them for a drive.
Night School. Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish.
Kevin Hart, this is such a departure for him. He's going to play the earnest, very chatty guy whose own deceptions get him into a whole lot of trouble. That's never happened before in a Kevin Hart movie. It's every Kevin Hart movie. So, I did like the premise of this. So it's about a bunch of adults who have to go to night school to get their GED. And so each one has a little story, of why they're finally getting their high school diploma. And Tiffany Haddish, who's terrific, plays their teacher. And Kevin Hart is duplicitous. And then, Rob Riggle, who we like, he plays kind of a goofy dad who's trying to get his GED, and then there's an immigrant, and there's a housewife. It's basically the Breakfast Club, only it's adults, and it's a late night diner, and it's a comedy. It's got its moments. It's very slapsticky and shticky and, physical types of humor. It's the kind of movie where a guy falls off the roof of a school and his arm is bent behind his head in a way that your arm can't be bent. And then someone looks down and sees that and is so sickened by it, they vomit, and then the vomit lands on the guy. That gives you the idea of the level of humor in that. I did like some of it, and I love the cast, but I have to say 2.5 stars because the material just isn't there for this movie, ultimately. And I really wish Kevin Hart would get better material and take more chances, because he does keep playing the same guy. It is kind of funny because they make a lot of jokes about his height.
Right, which kind of works. The Sisters Brothers, I got 10 seconds left here. So it's
2.5 stars. It's a Western. Joaquin Phoenix, Jake Gyllenhaal, and the great John C. Reilly from Chicago. Violent, bloody Western. Well made, but again, kind of falls off the rails plot-wise. So 2.5 for that one.
2.5 stars for that. And it's actually these guys named sisters, right?
Yeah, they're the sisters and they're brothers. So there you go.
Okay, got it.
There, you've seen the movie. You're good.
Yeah, okay. See, we just saved you a bunch of money right there.
Nice.
No worries. All right, we got the Judy's News coming your way.